Carpenter, College Aid Pro, College Aid Professionals. I hope everyone's hanging in just as well as you possibly can, given everything that we're still in the thick of here. Couple major developments as it pertains to the whole college landscape, and I want to talk about what's going on with the class 2020 and then the class 2021 and bring you up to speed on everything that we've learned over the last week. And we've had a ton of conversations with a ton of colleges that have been really willing to be as transparent as possible, and also observed a lot through our class 2020 family. So let's talk about that first. So the class 2020 are current seniors in high school, getting ready to go off to college next fall. So here's what we're seeing. Now, the Ivy League schools and schools of the like, MIT, Duke, Stanford, these kind of elite universities, they're still doing business as usual, as is the case for most state colleges. Okay, so most state schools and most of these elite private universities, I'm not saying they're not being impacted, they are, but it's still business as usual for the most part. Okay, now it's all these other schools, so these private colleges that I'm talking about for the most part, where we're seeing some pretty interesting things here, and the biggest being that we're seeing a rush of really successful appeals. So for our clients that have been appealed for more financial aid at these types of schools, and there's a ton of them and some great ones, are even when we don't have a ton of merit or a really strong case, we've been getting a successful appeal, and B, some dollar amounts that have been a really nice, pleasant surprise. And I think the reason being is that because a lot of these schools that are kind of in between the elites and in between the state schools are really nervous about enrollment, really nervous about foreign students enrolling for next year, which is where a lot of their financial aid comes from, because with very few exceptions, they're paying full sticker price. So, and the fluidity around this May 1st deadline. They're really, really concerned about enrollment, want to make sure these beds are filled. I feel bad for those schools that are in that position, but it is a good thing for consumers. So make sure, especially if you're a family thinking about those schools, that if you haven't appealed, you're appealing already. Advisors, make sure that your families are appealing. And what we're doing with our clients that either didn't have a successful appeal or did, go back, ask again, or ask for more now that we know we have more leverage. So that's one thing we should be doing. The big takeaway for the class 2021, I think the good news that I took out of all these conversations with these different admissions and financial aid counselors at schools all over the country and different types of schools, so we have a wide range here. We are going to have college next fall. College is going to happen next fall. That's great news. We just don't know if it's going to be on campus. Okay, and again, it might depend on the school. That's the big unknown. Colleges want to wait as long as possible, but we may have online campuses or may have online classes in the fall. And I think that's our worst case scenario. I hope, obviously, Boston University is kind of the first to come out and say, hey, we might not be on campus in the fall. It might not be until January. But again, hopefully that is our worst case scenario. And God willing, if we're fortunate and some things go our way as kind of a society, as an American society here, kids will be on campus, and we're back to life as we know it in the fall. But no matter what, we will have college in the fall. That's kind of the biggest takeaways as of today, as of right now. We'll keep you informed as we learn everything new, and we'll continue to pull for each other, continue to stay positive, and I look forward to talking again soon.